All right, welcome back here, Gridiron
Week
Picks.
4.
I tell you, it's week 4. It's been a unbelievable past week, and we're gonna get into that. So before we get into that, let's take care of housekeeping. How about that? This is simple. This is a great game. We got huge prizes. The nice thing about Gridiron Picks is that you don't have to go through the whole season. You can jump in whenever you want. So here's the opportunity for you to jump right in there. Make sure you're going to www.wilsonofames.com, www.amestrib.com. For all you fanatics, go ahead to CycloneFanatics.com. There'll be a link there. And if you forget all those things, like always, just hit me on my Twitter feed. That's right. That's @BigStrong. 2 G's if you forget, when you're as big as I am.
They don't forget.
And if you really need help, you can always get to Kent Wagner on Twitter. It's @20 for Twitter, and he'll get back to you there. But let's just get right to it. Let's talk about last week. Lane Van Gordon done a great job. Came right in. I'm looking. I didn't get the point spread of what he had. What do you have? They didn't give me what you got, but you done a good season. You definitely got ahead. Beat Kent. Beat me. I know. Beat me. That's very unusual. West Des Moines. Hey, thanks for playing. Great you came in. Lane, we'll make sure you get $50 to Size Locker Room right here at Ames, good old Ames Island. Kent, I'll just go out on a limb. I'll put it out there for you, which I normally don't do. You are at this point, and the celebrities are 1 point ahead of me. Now, in my defense, being that my Huskers, they signed a contract with the Easter Bunny because they laid an egg on Saturday. You got to be kidding me. But that's what happened. I'm 1 point. So congratulations to you for now.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Not very often do I get that from Tron.
Well, since we got celebrities here, and he was a little edgy before we went on video, so I'm hesitant to even introduce this guy.
Really?
Let's keep it clean.
Between you two guys, huh?
Kurt Friedrich from Friedrich Realty. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great. Good to be here.
I'm glad you're here, man. I tell you, you come here in Ames. There's a lot of realtors you can use. Let's just put it out there. There's a lot. But I'll tell you guys this. Let's act like he's not here. I don't know if there's a better group to work with. The guy's great. Everyone that he works under is great. They run a great business down there. Kurt, if anyone has questions, how do they find you?
You can go to our website, GridironHomes.com, or call us at 515-232-6175.
And you can thank Kurt for this week's prize as a free house. Delete that. That's not the truth. It's
That's
not
just
a free
for
house.
Tron.
It's
That's
not a
only
free
for
house.
Tron.
Figured I could see if I could get him sweating a little bit. Before we get into these games, we'll get back to Kurt because I want to make sure we re-talk about this realty thing. I want to do this. We normally don't do this because this is Gridiron Picks for College. But I'm going to tell you this. Thank you to Ames High Football. They played a great game on Friday night. They beat Ankeny Centennial. And I'm telling you, if you weren't there to see that game, quite a game. It was awesome. So congratulations to the Little Cyclones. Great game.
That was a come from behind win.
You know what? 20 points in the fourth quarter. Wow. They stuck in there. The coaches told them something that they believed, and they got it done. It was an awesome game. So congratulations to the Little Cyclones.
And I could point out to the Ballard Bombers also.
Absolutely, but we're in Ames, so let's go. All right. Let's get right to it.
Should we talk about the old before we go to the new games?
Well, just be quick with it.
Okay. 2 things I want to bring up to you. The Cyclones gained 61 total yards in the first half. An ISU running back has yet to run for more than a 10-yard gain on any play this season. I'm just going to fold it right there. Yep, done.
My parents used to tell me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to say absolutely nothing.
If they only knew how you talk about me.
I'm just saying, here's the deal. We'll get it together and I'll go on from there. Let's talk about this week.
Okay, we're going to pick 3 games again. The pinpoint game, the first one is Western Michigan at Iowa. And everybody says, oh, Western Michigan, another directional school. They actually stuck real close to Northwestern, who's currently ranked number 16, ended up getting beat 38-17. I'm going to take Western Michigan. I know that'll probably throw me out of my lead over Tron, but I'm going to take Western Michigan. Wow. Kurt, what do you think, bud?
Well, I guess I'd have to say after Iowa's performance last week, they looked pretty solid against the Cyclones and overcame that first week debacle against Northern Illinois. So they've got a little momentum going. I'm going to give it to Iowa at home.
Kurt, I'm going to agree with you. And I normally don't. 2 things I don't normally do: agree with you and pick Iowa. I just try not to do those 2 things. So since you kind of took my team,
it sounds like you should be agreeing with the celebrities more often than you.
Hey, yeah.
You got that right. That's a great point. But I do agree with you. I'm not going to necessarily say that Iowa's any better. I think they're the same team. But here's the thing. They got a kid in Wiseman that actually he's a solid kid. He's consistent. He gets it done. I don't know that Western Michigan can slow this kid down. I think it's going to take some conference play before you see this kid get slowed down. So I'm taking Iowa. And I'm taking Iowa. Actually, this may be their most convincing game.
Really?
I'm there.
You're saying that's a lock.
Well, that's my lock.
Let's go to game 2. I don't think it's a lock. Michigan State at number 22, Notre Dame. At South Bend, Michigan State is now 3-0. And I think they lost a lot of people. They've beat Western Michigan, Iowa's opponent. They've played South Florida, which ought to bring tremors to your body, and Youngstown State. I'll tell you, it must be nice to have 4 or 3 of your first 4 opponents that light. Michigan State is okay. They will not beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame.
Ken, I have to agree with you. I like the home team, the Fighting Irish here this week. They had a good game. They started slow, but came back hard against Purdue last week. I like Notre Dame.
Listen, I got a first and second year grade flag football team that can beat all 3 of those teams that Michigan State played first. It's one thing to play fluff, it's another thing to play air, and that's what they've been playing.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, I don't think that I've seen a larger defensive line than the defensive line that Notre Dame has. I don't know if you've watched Notre Dame play, but these kids are massive. And the thing that grabs me about them, they wear number 9 and number 8. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So they all just look like zeros.
You know what?
But the point is this, they're playing at Notre Dame. It's going to be tough to stop Notre Dame. I'm taking Notre Dame. I agree with you.
Not only are they big, they're slow. That's always what you don't want to see, but they are. Okay, the last one. Oh boy, I hate to even get Tron going on this one. The last one we're going to talk about is Kansas State. OK State with Bill Snyder, and at Texas and Mac Brown. The vultures are circling. So I'm going to have you go first on this one.
I'm going last.
You're going last?
I'm bringing down the house.
Texas.
You taking
Texas. Come on, Mac. Bring it home, baby. Okay.
There you go, Mr. Friedrich.
Well, I know Texas laid an egg against Brigham Young.
They've got a dozen. They're working on a dozen.
In
eggs,
fact,
buddy.
it was such a bad game that I think they had to hire a new defensive
They did.
coordinator
They did.
for last week.
Yep.
So, being that it's at home at Austin, Texas, I like Texas.
All right. Here's what I'm going to say.
Here we go.
First of all,
Listen up.
you can coach this game from the old folks home. By the time you get Snyder and Mac Brown in the same room, I bet you they're average of 95 years old.
They went to school the same time I did.
That's exactly my point that I'm saying. You know what? You should give Moses
I
a
just set
spreader
that up.
back. Here's the deal. Listen, Kansas State is just not a good team this year. I mean, bottom line, they lost everything. It's going to be tough. But here's the problem with Texas.
Kinda like
we talked
Nebraska.
about, Here's the thing about Texas, okay? They're in turmoil. They fired their defensive coordinator. Their head coach is really, his head's on a chopping block. But I agree with you. Again, Mr. Friedrich, they're playing at home. Texas has got to get rolling eventually. I'm taking Mac Brown in Texas because the truth of the matter is this. If they lose to K-State, I don't think Mac Brown makes it another week. So I'm taking Texas at home.
That's a little gutsy, I'd say.
Listen. There's a lot of programs you go to. Mr. Bo Pelini, you might as well find yourself a realtor. Kurt Friedrich's available because you're going to need some help too. You're done. You don't drop 21. You kidding me? Here's the point.
Okay.
The point I'm saying is this. In these big programs like that, you can't continue to drop the ball like that and expect to keep your job. You're getting paid $5, $4, $3 million to coach football teams, and you're laying all kinds of eggs. Mac Brown knows he's got a problem. Bo Pelini knows he's got a problem. You guys should get together and call Gene Chizik. Okay, here we go.
Hey, I gotta give you guys the props too. You know, you guys know how to do it here at Wilson's. We got 4 Wilson cars in our driveway. Couldn't trust you guys more. Great outfit. Buy your cars right here.
Hey, well, we appreciate that. And like we were talking about, Kurt, just one more time for all the guys out there, make sure you give them your website, give them your phone number, how to contact you. Let's talk about how to buy a new house.
GreatIowaHomes.com and 232-6175. We've been here since 1927 and we can take care of all your real estate needs.
See, they've been here since Mac Brown and Snyder. You kidding me?
Wow.
They've been here for a long time.
That's a long time.
So here's the deal, guys. Make sure you're going on to Gridiron Picks, getting signed up. www.wilsonofames.com, www.amestrib.com. Once again, for you fanatics, go to CycloneFanatics.com. If you forget, just hit me on my Twitter feed at Big Strong. And before we get out of here, before we we cut, I want to give a special thanks to Lindsay out there from the Ames Tribune. She saved me on Saturday, bring me those great hamburgers. So Lindsay, if you're watching, thank you once again. From Gridiron Picks Week 4, like we always do, that's